Hello, and welcome to your next lesson. Today's lesson will cover division and formulas. To execute a division calculation,
we will be using the / sign.
In this lesson, we will also demonstrate how to add numbers directly into your formula. This will give you the opportunity to compare this method against the cell reference calculations. While most prefer to reference the cell, I do think this knowledge should also be shared. Let's go ahead and do a demonstration. Okay, so here we are on our division spreadsheet, and what we'll be looking at today are raffle tickets. We will determine the amount of each ticket by dividing the prize amount against the number of tickets available for purchasing. We will do this by applying division to our formulas. Let's begin by selecting cell E3. Now, as we can see, the raffle prize for E3 is $5,000. We have a limited amount of tickets that are available to sell, which are 250 tickets. So to determine the amount of each ticket, let's go ahead and say equal. Let's select the prize amount. Now let's go ahead and divide. Now let's go ahead and select the number of tickets available for purchasing. In this case, it would be cell D3 or 250. Now let's go ahead and say enter to determine the amount of each ticket. Okay, so here we have $20. So we have 250 tickets that will sell at $20 each to qualify for a raffle prize of $5,000. Okay, so now I want to go ahead and do the same for B&B donations. Let's go ahead and place our mouse inside of E4. Let's go ahead and select equal. Let's select the prize amount.
Let's get our divide sign.
Let's go ahead and select the number of tickets. In this case, it'll be 80. And let's select enter. So it looks like each ticket will be $12.50. Let's do the same thing for the Boys and Girls Club. Let's say equal. Let's select the prize amount, which is $2,500. We'll be referencing cell C5.
Let's get our divide sign.
Let's get the number of tickets. In this case, it'll be 500 or D5. Let's go ahead and say enter. Let's do the same for Walk of Life. Let's say equal. Let's select 4,000.
Let's get our divide sign.
And let's go ahead and select cell D6. Let's say enter. Let's do the same for the Veterans Care Package. Let's say equal. Again, let's go ahead and select the raffle prize, which would be cell C7.
Let's get our divide sign.
Let's go ahead and select cell D7, and then let's go ahead and click enter. And each ticket in this case will sell for $25. Okay, so for my next items, I would like to insert the number directly into the formula, and I'll show you how that's done. Let's begin by selecting cell E8. Let's go ahead and select equal. Next, I would like to go ahead and type 3,000. I want to say divided by, now I'm going to say 250. This is just to give you a demonstration to let you know that Excel can calculate data in addition to cell referencing. We don't use this method very often, but I think it's still good knowledge to share. Let's go ahead and click the enter button. Let's do the same thing for Purple Heart. Let's say equal. Let's type 2,500.
Let's get our divide sign.
Let's say 250. Let's go ahead and click the enter button. And here we get 10. So now while this may be fine as a one-off, one of the bigger limitations with this method is that you would never be able to use it to autofill your rows down. So unless it's just a one-off, I would probably not use this method. So let's go ahead and move on into our lesson. Walk for the cure section. Let's say equal. Let's select cell C10.
Let's get our divide sign.
Let's go ahead and select cell D10. And let's say enter. Now I want you to place your mouse inside of cell E10. Let's hover over that selection and let's drag it down. And as you can see, we were able to autofill the selection because we were using cell referencing, okay? Okay, so next let's move into the next section. Let's go ahead and select cell E15. Let's say equal. Let's select the total amount, which is 10,000 in this case.
Let's get our divide sign.
and let's select cell D15. Let's go ahead and say enter. Let's move down into our next row. Let's say equal. Let's select cell C16.
Let's get our divide sign.
Now let's go ahead and select cell D16. Let's say enter. So in this case, the ticket amounts will be $25. Now I'm going to go ahead and autofill the remaining rows. Let's select cell E16. Let's get our black cross and hover, and let's go ahead and drag it all the way down. So as you can see, we were able to complete our lesson very quickly using the autofill. So be sure to use this tool whenever possible. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap up the lesson. I will see you in the next video.
Congrats on completing this video and on your commitment to learning Excel. Be sure to save your work and then pat yourself on the back. You are doing an awesome job.